Former Prime Minister Brian Mulroney was also a close friend, and he was helping Flaherty transition to his career in the private sector. We spoke earlier this evening. So Jim Flaherty, you knew him a long time.
Yes, I did. And long life with him. And he was a great man and a good man. He was both. A great politician and a great father and husband, but also a good man, and he had a good heart. Loved Canada, worked for Canada, and it's a great tragedy that he won't see the end of it all, the way it could have been for him and his kids and Christine. But life is what it is.
There is a cruelty to it, isn't there?
Really
because
is.
all that time in public service,
Yeah.
he finally decided to step down, and then a couple of weeks later, he's gone.
And I can tell you that, because I know a little bit about it, is that they were knocking on his door big time, and he would have had a marvelous retirement, you know, where he could have continued to contribute, but done so much more relaxed and much more agreeable. Well, you know, you eat a lot of hamburgers and hot dogs at 3 o'clock in the morning in this job, and Jim did more than his share, apart from the fact that he had the international part of it for many years, where he was probably viewed as the best finance minister in the world. Which is pretty good. As I said to him, for a guy from Whitby, this is not bad, you know, and he thought that he loved it. He just loved that part of it.
You know, on a day like this, people, you know, tend to kind of determine what the legacy was, you know, for his time in politics and especially this stretch as finance minister. What's the legacy? His
legacy, in my judgment, is the leadership and the stability that he provided through one of the great economic crises in Canadian history. 2008, 2009, 2010, he was there at the ready, and he provided, as I say, the vision and the leadership and the strength to see us through.
You know, he told me about a year before, not even a year before that crisis hit, that he couldn't think of a single situation where he would break his personal beliefs of no deficit and have a deficit. So then within a year, he became the biggest deficit maker in Canadian history.
That's right.
But what does that say about him that he made that turn?
Well, because he's a pragmatic guy, and he saw what was coming down the track, and he said, you know what, I have to change my mind. It's one thing in politics, as I've learned, Peter, and I made the same mistakes myself. You say, well, in opposition, I'm never going to do this. And then all of a sudden, you're confronted by reality. And reality is the well-being of your country. And if that requires you to change course, then I hope we all have the intelligence to do it. And he did. It takes courage to do that. And he did.
Gonna miss that green tie.
Yeah, I loved his green tie. Of course, you know my background. I'm with the green tie all the time. He was a great guy, a great man, and made a difference. He made a difference for Canada, beneficially.